Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. We're doing a prediction on what I believe will be the first 10 picks of the NFL draft. I'm doing a double upload today as well, so I'll be uploading 2 videos today. Probably this video will be uploaded. You're watching this probably about 12 o'clock. And then the next video is a video about the Steelers. Will be uploaded by 5 o'clock, so stay tuned for that. But in my opinion, the first top 10 picks, I think the quarterbacks are going to be taking, I think like 3 quarterbacks will be taking off the first 10 picks. Going to be 3 quarterbacks taking off. I think the quarterback draft class this year is very deep. You know, last year we knew that Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis probably be the only 2 quarterbacks taking the higher rounds like that. Kenny was taken in the first round. I think Malik Willis came in the 3rd round, right? It was the 3rd round or 4th round, around that round like that. He had a lot of athleticism, a lot of talent and stuff, but Kenny Pickett was taken in the 1st round, the only quarterback like that of his class. So this year, I think there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks taken in the 1st round like that. I mean, the first 10 picks, and probably the 1st round entirety too, because there's a lot of good guys out there. And the first 2 picks, I was a little indecisive at first. I was like wondering, because I know that Bryce Young canceled some of his team visits with some of the other teams like that yesterday, because I don't know why he did it. I guess he did it because the Panthers might be drafting him, and it kind of like hinted people to say that Bryce Young could be going first. I know at first it was C.J. Stroud. It was in the Panthers was very high up on C.J. Stroud, but we are not gonna know until the draft actually happened, which is on the 27th. So we just have to wait and see. We can just kind of like predict and go by the rumors and stuff like that, and go by what the play style and stuff. So at first I had C.J. Stroud going to the Panthers at first, but now I'm trying to think of it. I'm like trying to think, would the Panthers not C.J. Stroud? Either way, you get a good quarterback. Both of the guys are good. C.J. Stroud is a very accurate quarterback, has a quick release, a nice release too off the ball. And then you have, of course, Bryce Young. He's very, very talented. Got a nice arm, nice strong arm too as well. And he's able to make those throws in the middle of the field, make those throws through the numbers and like that. In tight windows, we see him make it a lot. Only thing bad about him that people say is like him being smaller like quarterback. I think he was 5'10". 5'10", no, in real life, the average height for a man was like 5'8", 5'9". But, in football, you have the behemoths of the O-line who's 6'7" and 300 pounds and make it a little different like that. So he's about 5 foot. I think he's 5'10", like that, or 5'11". They might list him at 6 foot. Sometimes they boost a little bit in NFL thing. And I know he's a little undersized in size, but I think he still go out there and can have a good career too, especially in the right team. Now, the Panthers team is pretty good. You look based off the record, you probably say the team is they're bad last year. But if you watch the games, their rushing attack and their defense is good. They can go out there and play some good defense, and they can run the ball like that. That's a young quarterback best friend too. Any quarterback best friend, but especially a young quarterback best friend like that. And then you have Terrence Marshall, who's a receiver there. They might most likely draft another receiver as well, because they traded away DJ Moore. So they probably draft another receiver and stuff like that. But they have some pieces around the team and stuff like that. The O-line is solid and stuff. So I think that C.J. Stroud might go to the Panthers. He might be selected first and go to the Panthers. And then Bryce Young go to the Texans with the 2nd pick. Texans got to do good by Bryce Young, because they messed up the Deshaun Watson stuff. So Bryce Young is a talent. He's a talent. We see the talent like that. But the talent translates to the NFL, and he plays well. You got to build a team around him, and you got to just make sure he stays there and be your franchise QB. And then 3rd, I had Tyree Wilson going to the Cardinals. Cardinals need an edge rusher. J.J. Watt retired last year, and they need some defense. They need some edge rusher. They got to build this team back up. The team is kind of in rebuild mode a little bit. Kyler Murray going to be out for probably about the whole season because the ACL injury he had last year. And then we're going to see DJ Hawkins on the move. We're seeing Budda Baker ask for a trade. Murphy already left. So they had a lot of people, a lot of big pieces moving, so they got to build some team up. So, and the best way to do it is to get an elite level pass rusher like that. The 4th pick, I had Will Levis going to the Colts. I feel like he'd fit the Colts scheme well, the type of quarterback they want, a guy who has a strong arm, who has good pocket presence like that. He can move a little bit, he can get a little mobile like that, but he has a strong arm, a nice arm. You watch his stats from last year. You look at his stats from last year, they kind of like don't show you exactly the full talent that he has like that. But if when you watch some of his highlights, you watch some of his film, he has a strong arm. He has a rocket arm like that. He can go out there and deliver passes and make those throws at the pocket, those deep ball passes, and the receiving core that the Colts got with the guys that got like Pittman and then Alec Pierce, who made some big time catches last year too. I feel like they can get into a good groove, and they can be like one of those, like kind of how the Chargers run the offense a little bit, where having like a little implemented with like the kind of like a run and gun like style a little bit. You know, they have Austin Eckler doing his thing, and then the little screen passes, the short passes, and let them get loose and stuff like that. Jonathan Taylor for the Colts, and then you also have the receivers, those deep threat receivers, those can get down the field and make those big explosion plays through the play action. I think they can run a similar style of offense like that. If they get a guy like Will Levis, I think he'd be good with the Colts offense. At 5, I got Will Anderson. I'm going to the Seahawks. At first, I was contemplating maybe the Seahawks would take a quarterback, let him sit behind the great Geno Smith. Geno Smith playing good right now, and Geno Smith he's a good leader too as well. So a quarterback sitting behind him will learn a lot of things for him too. But I think the Seahawks probably go with the route, maybe taking the edge rusher. You know, taking the edge rusher, adding that extra dynamic piece on defense, because the defense was probably out of both sides of the ball. The defense probably the most concerned because the offense put some good numbers up. You know, the quarterback position is good, receiving core is good, very good actually. And then you have, of course, the O-line was pretty good too. They could add another piece in the O-line. They could add another O-line piece as well. But I think Will Anderson, if he's on the board, and you see a guy like that, you gotta take him. The 6th pick, I had Christian Gonzalez going to the Lions. Cornerback from Oregon. As you guys know, I love Christian Gonzalez. I want him to become a Steeler. Hopefully the Steelers can find a way to trade up to get him, or, you know, if they don't get him, then it's okay. But Christian Gonzalez is going to be a nice piece, a nice addition to the Lions. The Lions last year, the offense was good. They were able to score points, but the defense had kind of like messed them up a few times in some games like that. So hopefully they can get a guy like Christian Gonzalez who can lock the field down, who can play man-to-man, who can play press defense and go out there and just shut a whole side down. He has the nice arm length like that. And he's good in playing the ball in the air and stuff like that. He has some size to him too. He about 6'1", 6'2"-ish. So yeah, he's very physical too. So, and he got speed too. They say he clocked 23 miles per hour before. I don't know the clock meter thing. So he can keep up with some of the best and some of the fastest guys. So he can translate some of that play and that talent to the NFL. He's gonna be very special. Paris Johnson, I had him going to the Raiders. Raiders, you need some more, add some extra line piece like that. Offensive tackle Paris Johnson, he's gonna be up there. I think Broderick Jones could find his way up there as well, being in the top 10 like that. I didn't have him on the top 10 list right here, but I think he's gonna be either top 10 or no further than 11. But most likely he'll be taking as well because those guys gonna be very good. And Peter as well too. He's gonna be up there too probably, most likely. At 8, I got Jalen Carter going to the Falcons. Now I was kind of like stuck in between. I said either Jalen Carter or Anthony Richardson. Cause I know they got Desmond Ridder there. And they seen him make some. He looked pretty solid last year. Looked pretty good last year. I guess so. Maybe they just roll with him and see what he has to offer fully, and then maybe they have to get another quarterback. They wait till next year's draft. So I said maybe they take probably Jalen Carter instead of Anthony Richardson, and that like pick right there. Anthony Richardson maybe fall down to a different team or something. But I think Jalen Carter, if it's a tackle, you know, he's supposed to have been probably the #1 pick, but you know, some of the stuff that happened like that kind of dropped the stock a little bit, but he's still going to be very dynamic, and some people have him labeled as the best player in this draft like that. So we're going to see that talent, and he goes to the Falcons. The Falcons been adding pieces. They added Bud Dupree. They added a lot of different guys, adding little pieces, adding more depth to the team, and trying to like bolster their roster up. And adding drafting a guy like Jalen Carter will be big bolstering. Number 9, we have Miles Murphy going to the Bears, the edge rusher. The Bears do need some defense. They got a receiver now, DJ Moore. They traded for that's Chase Claypool and Mooney. Justin Fields, your quarterback. You got running game. You got David Montgomery, and you got Herbert, who played pretty good last year too. You got tight end Cole Kmet, who's pretty solid. O-line. You probably had some a few pieces like that. But I think the first pick, most likely they probably go after an edge. Now they could. I did have Broderick Jones on here too. I had an edge or Broderick Jones like that. So it could either be like either or like that. I think the better approach might be go after Broderick Jones probably most likely. So scratch Miles Murphy out. We'll pick Broderick Jones would be taken right there because you look at some of the hits that Justin Fields took last year. Now some of it was his fault, him holding the ball a little too long, but sometimes like the pressure to get inside, and a guy like Broderick Jones will help you out not only in the pass game but in the run game too because he can get to the next level. He's very athletic, blocker and stuff like that, and get to the second level like that and helping you a lot. And he will be. And I think he's gonna be one of those generational talents. Him, Paris Johnson, Peter, they're gonna be very good, I think, in this league. At 10, I had the Eagles drafting Bijan Robinson, the running back. They lost Miles Sanders, and you know, might as well bring a running back. I know it's a top 10 pick, and you might say, "Wow, running back going top 10." Well, if they got dynamic like that, I know most times you can get about, you know for sure that you're gonna get 5 good years at the running back. Most times you get 5 good years like that, especially a guy like this. You just tell like running backs kind of. You don't really miss on running backs a lot like that too often in the NFL like that. So taking a running back in the top 10 might seem a little outrageous a little bit, but might as well, you know. Especially the Eagles got their Super Bowl window open. they're not looking for no future. They're looking for the now. They're not looking for the now like that. So they're gonna go out there and they're gonna probably take a running back, take that Robinson, give him to your line, add him to your lineup with Jalen Hurts and all the guys like that. You already paid Jalen Hurts the big time money like that. You trying to win now. You had the AJ Brown last year. Your team is built to win now. You have the pieces on defense and everything. Your team is ready to win now. So just go win now like that. But that's all I got for this top 10 picks. Let me know if you will change anything out in the comment section. But that's all I got for this video too. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel, YouTube. Peace out.